You know, a few weeks ago, we started a build-up on a supercar called the SLC to show that it's possible for a guy to build a vehicle with the looks and the style and the performance of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but on a Corvette budget. Now, anytime you start talking exotic cars, people start talking mid-engine, which of course means the engine's not in the front, it's not all the way in the back, it's right here in the middle. So the performance and the handling and the balance of the vehicle is just incredible. But there are some parts that are very specific to building a mid-engine car. First one, of course, is the transaxle. Let's take a look. Now, a transaxle is exactly what it sounds like. It's a transmission, drive shaft, and rear end all packed into one tiny little box here. Power goes in this end, all your gears are back here, then you have drive flanges on either side that run out to your wheels. Now, this particular transaxle is out of a late model Porsche 997 twin turbo. It's a 6-speed, for example. This in the Porsche will mount like this with the engine in the back. However, we're doing a mid-engine car, so we not only need to turn it around, we also need to roll it upside down because we want 6 forward gears, not 6 gears in reverse. They not only rebuild it, they'll set it up with the gears that you want to run the speeds that you want. They modify the oiling so the thing will not only live upside down, it will actually run better this way than it did in the factory Porsche, and that is saying a lot. Now, obviously, traction is an issue. And you need a limited slip in this box. And as you guessed, a transaxle needs a different limited slip. Check it out. This comes from OS Geiken, and it's called the Superlock LSD, and it's the result of years of experience in the racing world. Now, it features an incredible 28 discs inside that provides smooth, progressive locking up to 100% when you need it. And yet it's very quiet and compliant during normal street driving. The best part is the Superlock is tunable, it requires no break-in period, and it's equally at home on the street or the track. If you're going to stick one of these in your car, you need to put one of those in it. And that brings up the biggest issue that people have with a transaxle: cost. They think they're too expensive. But when you compare this with what it's replacing in your typical hot rod, a Tremec 6-speed, a nice drive shaft, and a fully dressed Ford 9-inch, you're going to find that the cost is pretty comparable. And you gotta have one for a mid-engine car, so you gotta factor this into your budget. Okay, obviously the engine that we're gonna be putting in the SLC is this LS7 that we just built. But as you probably guessed, this clutch and flywheel that came with the engine is way too big to fit inside this little bell housing. So we need a clutch and flywheel. It's gonna bridge the gap between an American V8 and a German transaxle. And Spec Clutches are the guys that specialize in this. Check it out. This is the Spec Stage 3 Plus clutch system, and it's loaded with cool features. The flywheel is aluminum and weighs in just over 7 pounds, and it has a replaceable high-carbon steel friction plate for infinite rebuildability. The clutch disc is a semi-metallic full-face design for incredible hold and drivability, and then the pressure plate is designed to give incredible clamping power and still give you a nice pedal feel. So, even though the Spec clutch is smaller, this thing will handle over 800 foot-pounds of torque and deal with anything that you want to throw at it on a racetrack. But at the same time, it's still going to give you good pedal pressure, and it's going to last a long time, which is really important when you see what's involved in swapping a clutch in a mid-engine car. We'll start with the piece that makes this all possible: the aluminum plate that comes from Superlight and is designed to bolt an LS engine to the inverted Porsche transaxle. Next, the flywheel bolts to the crankshaft using the supplied bolt. Now, using the alignment tool that comes with the clutch, install the disc and the pressure plate. Make sure that the tool slides out easily and is not binding up, or you'll never get the transaxle to bolt up properly. Now we're ready to bolt the transaxle to the engine. Now this is going to take a little bit of wiggling and pushing and pulling to get the clutch fork and all the hardware lined up inside the transaxle. Fortunately, G-Box has a special alignment tool that makes this easier. With the engine and the transaxle bolted together, we'll install these special urethane motor mounts that are specifically designed to put an LS engine in the SLC. Now, set the crossmember in place. Then lower the engine down onto it. The engine bolts at the cross member and at the transaxle adapter plate. Now drill your mounting holes for the cross member. And bolt it in. Man, is that a great fit or what? So you have a Chevy V8 backed by a German transaxle in a supercar.
Yeah, they're right in the middle right now. Bump stops look good.
I go C.
Yep.
One more time.